Welcome to my channel. This is your confidence coach, Sonceré, and I am getting started to share with you a number of confidence tips for today. So very excited to have you here today. If you are joining the broadcast, please put in the comments where you're joining from. I am going to get it up on my cell phone as we're talking. Let's see if I can get it up. Yeah, there it is. Let me cut it down so I don't hear it. Welcome to my live channel. This is your confidence coach, Sonceré. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm gonna get a couple people in the room today. Um, to see what's happening this sunny Sunday, Saturday. What are you guys doing? It's a sunny Saturday, and I wanted to come to you here today live to give you a couple confidence tips so that you can move through your day with certainty. All right, let me see if I can invite a couple people while we're waiting. That's what I'll do. I'll copy and send some notifications to others. See if they can join us. This is going to be so fantastic. I want to make sure that you all don't miss it. So let me ping some folks in the room. How are you doing? As you can see behind me, there's a couple of books, just a few that Capital S Publishing has published for some folks that I've been working with. So fantastic. Uh, this year, published 3 books: to Clear Your Confidence Queen by myself, Milestone Moments by Coach Sharon, and then I have a collective of authors who wrote this nice little purple book here. Samima Aziz, Yah Hatcher, Jermaine Jennings, and Tyree Thornton. And that book is I Am Prayer Warriors by the Sister Circle. So very exciting. And if you are following me on any social media, you know that I did announce that I'm going to be releasing a new book next month with a collective of authors. So much fun. It's 10 of us. The book is called Collective Confidence, and you must stay tuned. Make sure you follow us. We're going to have a book launch on October 18th, and I don't want you to miss it. So just make sure that you go ahead and be ready because guess what? We're launching another book. That's right. Doing the launch on October 18th at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I want you all to be sure to go to Amazon so that you can get your book at 12:30. So we're going to do a coordinated purchase around 12:30 on that day. And so I am here today just to specifically share with you a few confidence tips that you could use for this weekend to help boost your confidence. You all need that a little bit of boost every now and then. So the first one that I have in mind is self care. What are you doing to take care of yourself? What are you doing to make sure that your mind, your body, and your spirit is taken care of? Do you have a regular routine? If you don't, what are some of the things that you enjoy doing? Do you enjoy reading, walking on the beach, going to the gym a couple times a week? Whatever that may be, what are you doing for your physical body, for your soul, and what are you doing for your spirit? Do you pray regularly? Do you attend church a few times a week? Whatever it may be, make sure that you have some sort of self care routine. I can tell you that does wonders for my confidence. Making sure that I spend time, with God and doing the things to help me mature spiritually is really, really important. And then the exercise, not doing as much as I want to, but when I do, it does make me feel so much better. And so that is the first tip. So tip number one, I am putting in the chat is self care. And so make sure that you are doing something for yourself every single day. This is not on Wednesdays, once a month, every other month. Like, no, you have to figure out how you're incorporating your self care into your daily routine. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with your allotted time? And so make sure that you pour back into yourself. The second tip I have for you, which is tip number 2, is to trust your heavenly team. You were created on purpose for a purpose. God knew you before you were in your mother's womb. And so, what I want to make sure that you understand is that God knows your identity and He knows where you're supposed to end up, meaning your destiny, your identity and your destiny. So He knows why you were created and for what, knows what it's going to look like when you get there. You may not know at this moment, but you can at any time what that is by consulting with your heavenly team. Your heavenly team includes God, the Father, and the Son, and Holy Spirit, and your loved ones who may have gone on before you. You can tap in and ask them. Make sure that you know that you are loved, that you are cared for. According to the Bible, you know, our God is our God here on heaven and here on earth. And so remember that. Number one is to make sure that you're doing some self care routines. Number two is to trust your heavenly being. They know your spirit always knows what it is that you need. Your spirit always knows what it is that you're working towards because God knows your identity and He knows your destiny. And so you have to trust that. Whatever is in your heart, God placed it there for a reason. He's going to use all things for your good. We're going to move on to number 3. Give yourself some grace. So if you find yourself a little hard on myself. Oh my God, I'm behind schedule. I should have did this yesterday. I didn't do that. I have this to-do list that I've been working on for 3 weeks and I haven't gotten it all completed. You know, if God needed you to get it done, you would have gotten it done. And so I want you to know that you should give yourself some grace. Every day that your eyes open, you get new grace and new mercy. Use it. Use it. New grace and new mercy. If a friend called and was talking bad about herself, about how she didn't do some things and how she should have, and it's not working out for her, you wouldn't say, yeah, it's not working out. No, you are just so behind. I don't know if you're ever going to get that done. No, you wouldn't. You would give your friend the grace that she deserves. And so make sure that you're doing that to yourself. Just as when you are on an airplane, they tell you to make sure you put your oxygen mask on first before you put someone else's on, because you have to have enough air to breathe in order to help someone else. And so it's the same thing with grace. Make sure that you are giving yourself the same amount of grace you would give someone else. And so tip number 3 for today is give yourself some grace. Mhm. Some grace. Use it all. Yes, all of it. It's just like if your parents or someone you love guaranteed, hey, I'm going to give you $1,000 today, and I'm going to give you $1,000 every day. So you're not worrying about if if you're going to have enough for tomorrow because you know that tomorrow you're going to get another portion. You're going to get another $1,000. So go ahead and donate $1,000 to that charity that you want, or give it to your neighbor who may be having a tough time, or go buy yourself those boots you've been looking for, whatever it may be. Know that you get to use it. So use your grace in the same way. And so this last tip that I like to give you, number 4, this one may come a little harder. Whatever it is that you're planning to do today, whatever it is that is on your schedule and your to-do list, take yourself out of it and put someone else in it. Who's going to benefit from what it is that is on the list? start thinking about that. Well, I want to go drop these things off to my cousin's house because these clothes are all the children wear. Take yourself out of it. When you start looking at the things that you need to do in terms of you being a blessing to someone else, all of a sudden things start to look a little bit different. You take the pressure off of yourself. You stop being so hard on yourself that you allow that grace to come in. And so, tip number 4 is to remove you. Yep, because honestly, our Father in heaven and here on earth have you taken care of. You really don't have to worry about that because why? He knows your identity and he knows your destiny because he's planned it. And so you are all good. Your job throughout your day is to set up whatever it is that you need to do, be open to the guidance that God has for you because you are attached to someone else's blessing, just like God is blessing you, you are going to bless others. And so, tip number 4 is to remove you from your list. I'm going to just put list, whatever it is you plan on doing today. Remove you from it. Take the you out and put in the beneficiary, whoever that is, whatever that is. Taking your car to get maintenance done on your car is about you driving a safe car um, so that you can keep working and so that your family is safe. And so not just an action that, oh my God, I have to get up early this morning because I have to take my car in. I don't feel like it. I'm tired. When you look at it from the standpoint of safety, and I'm going to be protecting my family and other drivers on the road because my car is going to be in good shape, then you will pull yourself out of that action. You don't have to be as hard on yourself as you can. And so those are the 4 tips that I'd like to give you today. I am your confidence coach, Sonceré. Number 1 is self-care. What are you doing for your body and your soul, in your spirit? Identify those things that work for you and just make it happen. It'll be easy once you identify. That's just the part. Figuring out exactly what you want to do. Number 2 is to trust your heavenly team who heavenly know they have your best interest at heart. Your needs are going to be met. Things are being taken care of for you. Number 3, tip for today is to give yourself some grace. Yes, yes, yourself. Give it to you. You don't have to wait for somebody else to give it to you. God's given it to you. The minute that your eyes are open in the morning, use the grace that you need to get things accomplished for this day. And number 4 is to remove you from your list. And I didn't write that correctly. I need to. I am going to put no. I'm going to add revise. Number 4 is remove yourself from your list and add your beneficiaries. Okay. Okay. So tip number 4 is revise, remove yourself from your list and add your beneficiaries. That will take the pressure off of you. And you won't have to be so down on yourself and it'll keep you in a position to be open to hear what God has to say for you. And so if you have not exercised these tips before, it's a good idea to start today. And then guess what? Tomorrow and the next day, you can use it to learn and do new. And this is a way to boost your so, with that said, I just want to say thank you for stopping by my channel, and I hope that you find this information useful. And so I'll catch you back here next week with some additional tips that you can use to stay confident. Have a fantastic day. This is your confidence coach.